Hello again, all of my beautiful Rams, my Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising Sign friends. I am LaChon Devi, High Priestess with Power Life Hypnosis, and this is part 2 of your love reading for the month of June 2018. So if you have not seen part 1 to this video, I highly recommend that you go check out the part 1 because that covers your predictions and the events that you may face during the month of June. So that link is in the description box below. This does, this can be a standalone reading. However, again, I do recommend going out and checking the first part of your reading in order to get the background, because some themes may come up from the past readings. So that would be a better way to follow along with this reading. But again, this can be a standalone reading. So you can go ahead and watch this reading first and watch the second one, or watch the first reading if you choose. But again, that is what I recommend. So as always, I would like to say thank you so much to all of those who have thumbs up and liked my videos. Thank you, Aries, to all of those who have commented and shared my videos. Thank you to all of my old subscribers as well as all of my new subscribers. I appreciate the support from you all. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you could do so at my website, which is POWERLIFEHYPNOSIS.com. If you have an iPhone or an iPad, you have a friend with an iPhone or an iPad that is iOS, you can contact me at any time through the Instant Go app. So the link for that is www.instantgo.com/PowerLifeHypnosis. Both links to my website and my Instant Go are in the description box below. Also, if you are single and you would like to know who your future long-term romantic partner is, including details such as when you'll meet your partner, where you'll meet your partner, what your partner will look like, how to recognize him or her, as well as align yourself with your ideal partner and the relationship of your dreams, go ahead and book a future partner reading with me now straight through the description box below. You can also book an extended future partner reading with me now, which also includes a 6 or more card reading regarding how to align yourself with your partner and the relationship of your dreams. So go ahead and check that out in the description box below. Again, these are general readings, 222 on the clock. So these are general readings. The messages may or may not resonate with you. If they do not resonate with you, go ahead and check your moon and rising sign videos, as these messages may. If they do not, please check your moon, sun, and rising sign videos if these messages do resonate. So if they do not, you can check your moon and rising sign videos. If they do, check your moon, sun, and rising sign videos for a more complete picture of your love or romantic relationships during the month of June 2018. Alrighty, so that 222 on the clock. So again, as we're speaking of during your last reading, this is about making decisions. This is about choices. There could be some major angelic healing coming to your romantic partnerships. There may be balance coming to your romantic partnerships as well during the month of June. Okay, my lovely Ram friends. Let's see what we got here. So for your first set of guidance, I have here 2 cards of, the first card that I got here is Rose Quartz, Love Life, and Solidite. Socialize or join in. So this Rose Quartz card, Love Life, new or renew, romantic love is here for you. So of course, when I have, when I see these crystal cards, I love to speak about crystals and how to work with them, because they can be very, very powerful. For example, I said in other videos that I first got this rose quartz stone. This was last year in January. Within 3 months, 3 weeks or less, I was already, meeting in contact, having my first lunch date with my twin flame after purchasing this rose quartz stone. So you can get, large rose quartz. I have this rose quartz. Believe it or not, you guys, I got this at Ross. Can you see this? This thing is huge and it's heavy. This is heavy. So you can keep a rose quartz stone, for example, near your bed. You can also keep a small rose quartz stone. You can get this rose quartz, so from any metaphysics shop. This is actually a plug. This was my earring. This is one of my earrings, but You can also get any rose quartz stone from, you know, a metaphysics store. And one thing that you can do in order to bring more love into your life, or bring more fulfillment into your love lives, or attract a partner is, you know, you can either put this in some salt water, for example, again, some sea salt. Take some sea salt and put that in a bowl with some water. For example, not for example, but in particular, a ceramic bowl, not a plastic bowl, but put, you know, your rose quartz stone in a bowl with some sea salt and some water. Maybe leave it outside so the moonlight can clear it and charge it. But, you know, salt water, sea salt and salt water is cleanse out negative energy. So when you get this stone, you want to cleanse the energy first. And again, you can get this from any metaphysics shop. Cleanse the energy, and then what you're going to do is, you know, take some time, go into a meditative state, you know, when you have a time to be by yourself for a while, to be uninterrupted. Align yourself and feel as though, put the stone in your hand, feel as though you are connected, you know, with this stone. And then you can, you know, have your energies kind of merge, you know, with your eyes closed. Allow yourself to get into a comfortable position. And then you can kind of, you know, say to this stone, and speak to the stone and say what your intention is. And from there, that'll program the stone. So you could do many things, like you can leave it in, you know, many women, you know, may get a stone, or get a small bag, for example. Let's see, a small bag like this. A bag like this, but, you know, a smaller one. You can put your stones in there, you know, keep it in your bra. Keep it in your bra. Just make sure to be careful when you're running across the street, because I've had it at times, several times, when a whole bunch of stones started falling out of my bras. I was running across the street and I had to go and try to scoop them all up in traffic. So be careful for that. That's why I say have the bags, right? Have the bags, because then you're not having stones flying everywhere when you're trying to cross a major street. It's happened before. So again, keep the, you know, a bag. You can put it in your bra. You can also sleep with the stone under your pillow, you know, spend some time with it. Just keep it on you, keep that energy on you, and that'll help raise the energy in your romantic relationships, for example. And then we have here sodalite, and this says socialize or join in. So wait, let me go back to this rose quartz card. This says new or renewed romantic love is here for you. So again, just like we were speaking of before in that first reading, we have some new energy, some good energy coming into your love life, where there may have been some challenges before. So again, if you want to raise this energy, as well as raise self-love, raise romance, the romantic energy in your life, work with rose quartz. That is my absolute favorite stone. For you females, it could be a good idea as well to get a rose quartz yoni egg. So that's another thing to look into as well, especially if any of you are trying to get pregnant too. That is also very good energy for that, and can assist in that process. So I have here again, sodalite, socialize or join and make healthy and supportive new friendships and connections by getting involved with a group of like-minded people. So again, we did have that thing of conversations here. So regarding the situation, this sodalite card, this could speak of, you know, linking up with like-minded individuals. For example, if you are in a if you are not in a romantic relationship, however, it is something that you seek, it could be a good idea to spend time with, for example, those who are already in romantic relationships, long-term relationships, or those who are married. You know, when there's something that we want, it is best to spend time with and surround ourselves by those who already have what it is that we want, just like riches. When it comes to wealth, money, abundance, it is much better to surround ourselves with those who already have the abundance, wealth, you know, riches that we seek, as opposed to those who are always, you know, who say something like, oh, I never have money to pay bills, and money's hard to come by, or I can't pay this, or I can't, you know, it's like, oh gosh, I'm so broke, you know, I'm so broke, I can't pay attention. You know, it's like, it's much better to be around those who think money ain't a thing, you know, like Jay-Z and what's his name? I don't remember the other guy's name. You guys remember that song from like the 90s or something, or like 2000, I think it came out. It was Money Ain't a Thing by Jay-Z and JT. I don't remember his name. Oh, no. Jermaine Dupri. Anyway, so was that JT Chazé or something from NSYNC? Anyway, okay, so could be a good idea to spend time around those who already have what it is that you want. So if you have married friends, if you have friends who are in long-term romantic relationships and that are in healthy relationships, that's the most important. If you have friends around you who are in healthy relationships and that is something that you seek, spend time with these people in order to observe. Spend time with them together if you can. Sometimes it could be weird to be a third wheel or whatever like that, but it could be a good idea for you to spend time with them and observe their relationship in order to see how a healthy dynamic is. Spend time around these people. So socialize, or it can be, it says like-minded people. So it could be, coming to, for example, some kind of resolution. Again, that was a thing before, or what's the word that I'm thinking of? Compromise with another individual, because this is like-minded people. So it could be a group, it could be an issue, not an issue of, but a matter of joining of the minds. For example, say love, romance, something is something that you really want. Of course it is, or else you wouldn't be here right now. But, watching this, but, love and romance fulfillment is something that you want. It could be a good, oh, yes, I see this very strongly. It could be a good idea to, for example, drop, if you have walls up, or see things from a different perspective, or learn to, again, cooperate with this other individual if love and romance and happiness is fulfillment with this person is something that you seek, as opposed to being stubborn, going about things in a new way. I have more to say on that subject, and I will speak on that momentarily. Okay, so guys, I have here also, let's go into your second prediction. Also, again, this soda-like card saying making healthy and supportive new friendships. So this is speaking of healthy and supportive new romantic relationships. Again, be open, seek a meeting of the minds. Seek a meeting of the minds is what I'm hearing in my inner ear. So regarding your wisdom of the oracle cards, then I'll go into your empowerment message and your post-conference spirit. That'll wrap up your reading. So I have here number 30 in the reverse, tick-tock. This was a card in the on the bottom of the deck here, representing the overall energy. All your cards here came up in reverse. So I see there's some energy that needs to be, worked through, moving forward in order to, for example, turn them all into the upright. So I have here Milk and Honey, card number 51 in the reverse. 19, Flexible in the reverse. Time to Go, number 45, again in the reverse. Yes, okay. So let's go ahead and get into the meaning of this card, or these cards rather. So this TikTok card number 30, this is speaking of progression, moving forward, again, moving forward, progression, new phases, things like that. There could be some angelic healing coming to this, or not some angelic healing, but just some divine energy coming to this with this 30 card. However, because this card is in the reverse, it could be saying that many of you may have been having some challenges moving forward, some challenges progressing within your love life. So some of you may have been staying in the same place, and now may be a good time to move forward, to progress, to move into new phases, new energy. But this TikTok card says, Aries, that you may be watching, for example, your friends, your family, your loved ones, or people around you, maybe, for example, getting into long-term romantic, fulfilling, healthy romantic relationships. So you may be seeing others getting married. You may be seeing others getting into romantic relationships, but know that everything happens in divine timing. So if you are not, in that party, this is because, the timing has not been right for you. Nevertheless, you have an infinite amount of time to attain the love that you desire, the love that you seek, the fulfillment that you desire. You have an infinite amount of time to acquire that. Love has no time limits. I just watched a commercial. Actually, no, oh gosh, it's a little embarrassing, but I was streaming Jerry Springer last night, and there was a couple on there that were definitely, for example, in their 80s, about, their 80s or further, and they were talking about how they just got engaged. So, not to say that it's going to be that long, but, this is for the month of June of 2018, not like, when you're decades later. But, this is saying that you have enough time to attain the love that you seek, the love that you desire. It will come to you. And it could be a matter of divine timing, because sometimes we may think that we know what we want. For example, we may want love so bad that, you know, because it's our desire, we may, for example, choose somebody who is not the best partner for us just because we want so badly. You know, it could be like, for example, people who in their culture, it's custom for them to get married at a young age. So by the time you're 30 and you're unmarried, it's like, you know, you get anxious and you think, I just need to get married. So you may go on, you know, Match.com or, you know, whatever those dating websites are. You may go on, I'm trying to think of like, okay, Cupid, you know, it's something that's like not, you know, something that's okay, not to say that okay, Cupid is a legit, but you know, it's like you could go on Craigslist and see somebody that says looking for love, and you may think, oh, I want to marry this person because I want a relationship, and this person may, you know, connect with you. You can meet a person, for example, on what is that app called? Tinder. You could be somebody on Tinder. Not to say that you can't. I know somebody who got married to a woman she met on Tinder. So not to say that you can't do it, but you know, you may meet somebody on Tinder and think, you know, oh, I can marry this person, and try to, you know, have a sustainable relationship with somebody who is not interested in that, because you know, you may just want a relationship. So know that relationships come, the best situations all come to us in divine timing. You know, don't compare your journey to another person's journey, because they are on their own path between themselves and their higher power. We are on our own path. So know that, you know, the love that you seek is, you know, you never run out of time to attain that. The true love that you seek, you never run out of the time to attain that. If it is your birthright, which it is, it will be yours in the right timing. I also have here this Milk and Honey card number 51, and this card is speaking of, you know, overindulgence when it comes to the reverse position, and it's saying to be careful for that. So this could be speaking of, you know, overindulgence in drugs, overindulgence in alcohol, overindulgence in something. It can be anything, gambling, you know, it could be sex, it could be anything. Overindulgence. Watch out for overindulging in in situations, or you know, maybe if you're feeling anxious or fearful around this situation and you want to practice or you want to engage in some overindulgence, or however this resonates with you, you know, be careful for that, because that type of energy is not going to bring you the happiness and the harmony you seek with this number 51 card. So, you know, it could be a good idea for some of you to, instead of, you know, engaging in substance use in order to block out the feelings or the thoughts, or, you know, to get your mind in another place, it could be a good idea to, you know, actually think about the situation, how to move through the situation, or whatever that is. But this could speak of too much of a good thing. So this can also speak of when it comes to your romantic relationship, and you know, say you and this other person from the past do get back together, but again, we had this karmic lesson about detachment. So this could be saying, you know, not to indulge in too much of this romantic connection. For example, maybe the other person, this is just an example, but say the other person is like, oh my gosh, you know, let's move in together, you know, but you know that's not the best thing to do because you're practicing self-love, you know. So it's saying not to overindulge, not to be too involved, not to, you know, get too wrapped up in something that is good, because that can make something toxic, or that can make something not so good. You know, there could be too much of a good thing, you know, that could create challenges for us. So I also have here this number 19 flexible card. So this card is speaking of, again, decisions, choices in your romantic relationships, balance, and things like that as a theme. So it could have been a lack of that because this card is in the reverse, or you could be seeking that because you don't feel as though you have that in your romantic relationships or in your love life. So this flexible card in the reverse is warning about being stubborn and inflexible. And it says that, you know, when we act inflexible, for example, if we want to get along with somebody, if we want to connect to somebody, you know, relating to other people in relationships are about relating. They're about connecting. They're about compromise. We can't just say it's my way or the highway, because when we get in relationships and connections that, you know, it's my way or the highway, it can create a lot of turmoil and a lot of trouble when the other person, who is their own damn person, you know, when this person is a grown-ass man, when this person is a grown-ass woman and wants to do what they want to do, sometimes they may not want to do what you want to do. So inflexibility being in a connection can cause a you versus them mentality, for example, or it could just cause challenges because if we're not willing to compromise for what it is that we want, that can separate us from what it is that we want. For example, say a connection with somebody is something that you really, really desire, and you know this other person is like, hey, I'm willing to cooperate with you in order for us to get the best solution here, and you're like, no, you have to do things my way. You know, no, I don't want to cooperate with you. You have to do things my way. You know, how is that going to form a loving, bonding relationship? Because in relation, both parties have to feel fulfilled, happy, you know, please, there has to be self-love on both people's behalf. There has to be mutual love, you know, on both parties' behalf, unconditional love on both parties' behalves in order to have the best connection possible. So again, this is speaking of being flexible in your thinking. It could be a good idea to be flexible in your thinking, to be flexible in your approach to attain what it is that you seriously want in your romantic relationship. So if this is a connection with somebody else, you may have to, for example, drop your guard, or drop your walls, or maybe see things from their perspective, even if you don't agree, in order to attain what it is that you want, right? So I also have here this number 45, time to go card. So this is speaking of endings, or endings that haven't happened yet, or endings that need to occur. And this time to go card in the reverse says that there are things going on in your love life. There are things going on in your love life, your romantic life, your connection right now that seem like they may be ending. It may seem like all is lost. It may seem like, you know, nothing is going to be revived from this situation, but know that that is not true. This is a situation that will resurface again in one way or another. So it's a good idea to address whatever underlying issues are creating challenges, or, you know, whether it be in the connection or within yourself personally. But it is time, you know, but it says time to go. So know that this situation, because it's in the reverse, it will resurface at some point. So again, it's a good time to address whatever this is, because, you know, it's like this situation is not going to end. This is more of a break in this situation. If you've been experiencing more of a break, more, you know, as opposed to a long-term ending. So know that this situation will resurface again. All is not lost. This is not the end to a particular situation during the month of June. So let's go ahead and go into your empowerment messages, and then I'll read your postcard from Spirit, and this will wrap up your reading. So regarding your empowerment messages, I have here the cards of action, okay, creation, change, and anticipation. So these cards say action, stop hesitating, movement creates the magic, nothing can hold you back. So this is going to resonate with you all in different ways, but it's time to take action towards your goals. It's time to take action towards what you want. You know, I'm just looking at this, the pattern here in this card and the pattern here in this card, and they are actually pretty, you know, it's like they're kind of similar with this little swirly pattern here. So it could be action regarding this third party situation, or action regarding, you know, healing from this, or moving forward from this, or however this is. But it says movement creates magic. Some type of movement needs to occur during the month of June. Do not allow anything to hold you back. Creation, remember your thoughts shape your future. So if you want love, happiness, romance, you know, fulfillment, you have to think these types of thoughts. Think romantic thoughts, think loving thoughts, think fulfillment thoughts. Program your mind with these types of thoughts, because as long as they are programmed with opposite, you know, or contrasting thoughts, such as love is not available, love is hard to come by, so on and so forth, that's going to distance you from love. It's the law of attraction. You know, it's universal laws that make that happen. For example, notice the people who have been in your lives who have you know, who are in relationships now, who are married now, who love is something, and romantic relationships is something that is, you know, they've always been in relationships. Or we may have those friends who are always in romantic relationships. Why is that? Because that is something that they go for. That's something that they know they can have. That is something that is, you know, that they have this programming about, that says I can have, you know, a romantic relationship. I'm going to keep going, you know, whatever that is. So know that your thoughts shape your future. Whatever we are thinking in a given moment can shape our future. Any poor decision that we make now, for example, say I decided to run outside and, I don't know, go create some crime, for example. You know, it's like, that could create a negative impact in the future. There's a possibility if I get caught, if I were to get caught, which hopefully I wouldn't, but if I were to get caught, there will be a negative circumstances. What we do now shapes our future. But if I were to be, doing something good here, that will create another outcome. So your words create today. Your choices become your reality. Every word we speak, this is a good thing to practice. It could be like for a week, or, even for a weekend, or however this, just for a period of time. Practice controlling the words that come from your mouth, because as we speak less than love words, as we speak lower vibrating words, as we speak negatively about others, as we speak, for example, words of, I'm not lovable, or blah, blah, blah. I don't even want to say that as an example by putting it out loud, but that goes to show you that whatever words we speak are very, very significant. And remember that moving forward. Sometimes we can't help the thoughts that we think, but the beautiful thing is we are not our thoughts. We have our thoughts. For example, go ahead right now and say to me right now the thought that you're going to have in 3 minutes. You don't know, right? Right. Because thoughts is something we have, not something that we are. So we can change our thoughts at any given moment. We can choose to think a different thought. Say an event happens. There are a million ways that we can interpret the event based on the way we want to, based on where we are on a given day, based on our beliefs, our programming, and things like that. So be careful of the words that we speak, even if we have challenging thoughts, or even if we may think that, love is hard to come by or whatever. That's just an example I'm using. Even if we choose to think that, we don't have to say it out loud, because our words hold power. Our words hold power. Change. You are transforming. So let go of the past, because you are transforming. Embrace the light and joy of this new day. Embrace the light and joy of the new you and of your new relationship, and anticipate beautiful things, because something wonderful is happening. Change. A lot of change here. Change is in the air. Open yourself up to all the wonderful beauty and blessings and opportunities for fulfillment and joy that are coming your way and that are on their way to you. Again, we got some celebrations coming here, so know that there are blessings on their way. There's change coming, movement coming. Keep in mind your thoughts. Celebrate. Something wonderful is coming. Changes in the air. Open yourself to new blessings on their way. All right, Ram. So let's go ahead and go into your postcard from Spirit, and this will wrap up your reading. So this says, dearest you, going the extra mile to achieve your dreams and putting in some overtime will reap big rewards. Now is the time for you to act, to stir up some energy, right? Then we say this, act, and then creation. Creation is movement. Creation isn't something that stays still. We are creating something. This is an action card, right? An action. So now's the time for you to act, to stir up some energy, to create, and to put those plans into action, right? Put those plans into, again, action. There are many windows of opportunities that open but close quickly when you don't take the risk and go for it. Today, be confident that your hard work will pay off, and you'll feel that satisfaction and fulfillment of reaching your desired outcome. It might turn out even better than you expected. Isn't that amazing? Remember, how much work you are willing to put in, we, God, universe, spirit, your higher power, will match it tenfold on our end. So take one step towards the gods, they will take 10 towards you. If there's something that you want, something that you desire, take one step towards them, whether it be a change of mind, a change of patterns, a change of belief, a change of actions, getting rid of a habit, moving, changing patterns, whatever it is. Take one step towards the gods, and I promise you, I've seen it in my own life. They do take 10 steps towards you. I kid you not. Take one small step. They do take 10 steps towards you. And it is the most amazing, thing. It is amazing. Everyone over here is rooting for you to win the game of life. So just do it. Like Nike, just do it, you guys. Loving you so, so much. All right, my lovely, lovely Aries friends, these are the messages that I have for you regarding your love and romantic relationships during the month of June 2018. I hope that I was able to provide you all with some useful predictions. If you haven't checked those out, please do. If you have, thank you for watching that video, and thank you for staying, to the end of this video. I hope I was able to provide you with some useful predictions, guidance, and messages regarding your love and romantic relationships during the month of June. Please thumbs up and like this video if the messages resonate with you. Comment, share, and please subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already for mid-monthly videos and more updates regarding your love life, your love romantic relationships moving forward. How to get the best circumstances, situations that you can out of your love life. Go ahead and book a private reading with me at POWERLIFEHYPNOSIS.com. You can see a list of all the readings I offer now. You can also book a future partner reading with me through the description box below. If you would like to know who your future long-term romantic partner is, including how to have the best relationship that you can with that person for a life of happiness, healthy love and fulfillment. You can also contact me at any time through the Instant Go app. So I love you all, and I will see you all here again very, very soon. Again, please thumbs up, like, share, subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already, and I'll see you guys here again very, very soon. Mwah. Bye, Aries friends.